quick before this video starts, I just want to mention that my mic settings in OBS wasn't working too well, so that's why I sound like this. But I hope that you guys don't hate the video because of how bad my voice sounds. Yo, what is going on, guys? This is boy Jeff, or Phantom Falcon here, and we're playing some more Factorio. 2 episodes in a row. I know, a little lame, but I like it. So, as you guys may remember from last episode, I got my automatic. It's really that bad.
Science working.
I mean, you could always just mute the video or just skip this video and go on to the next whenever that decides to be out.
Basic setup you can
but again,
have
I'm so sorry for any
game.
inconvenience that caused
probably even
my
more
mic problems had. So
simpler.
Yeah, thanks for understanding.
But yeah, I think this episode we're gonna try and I don't know. I never really planned this episode out. I kind of just went with the flow. I think I'm gonna try and get away from these dirty things and replace them with normal stuff. With the actual miners. That's those kind, you guys. Not just a prank, bro. Alright. So, yeah, you may be able to see, I don't know, but my copper is actually not being produced fast enough. I don't know. Oh. I just noticed that. Alright. So, I just want to hint at something, and that's regarding the channel. I believe I want to try to keep to, I want to say, a schedule. This isn't 100%. School may interfere, especially coming towards the end of the school year. But I'm going to be trying to upload probably Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Because that's 3 days a week. I should be able to, you know, do homework and balance it out and everything. So I don't have to worry too much about anything. Anyway, so let's do that. Reach around. Alright, and then I gotta pick up these things. One thing about miner drills, they're very expensive to use. Not in the sense that they cost a lot to make, and they don't really cost very much. They're just, it's the power that they use that makes them very kind of two-sided. I don't really know what I'm trying to say right now, but they're not always the first choice that you want to go for, because they, oh jeez, they're not always the first choice that you want to go for because they use a lot of power. If you actually look at our things, you can see that our power is very high up right now. Now, this isn't anything compared to what it can be, but think about, well, I'm actually not sure how much one of these can power. I think it's like 30 items at once. I can't be sure. But anyways, though, our pollution is now almost off the map, so I'm going to want to craft something called a radar, and over the time of your game, you're going to want to craft like hundreds of these things. Like, well, not hundreds, you only ever place down like 3, maybe 4 at a time, like tops, and that's only like after big expansions. But basically, what these things allow you to do is they allow you to constantly see stuff even when you're not in that area. So, let's say I run out a little bit. You can see that I've got this little bubble. And normally I wouldn't be able to see up here. But if I zoom in, I can see everything. This is like the fog of war. You can see what was last detected, but you can't see what is currently there. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go right to military. Regardless of if you're doing a peaceful playthrough or a, you know, Murder World playthrough. You're gonna need to research these regardless, simply because they're needed. I can't really say anything about so that. Uh, I am having issues speaking today. All right. Um, I'm not 100% sure on what I should be doing right now. I had a strong start. Now I'm lost for what I should be doing. You know what? I think that I am going to try to. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade these as well to electric mines. Um, yeah. So basically, if I'm running out of ideas to do, I'll just cut out the part that I'm not able to think of, and yeah, we'll be able to keep the series going very nicely without worrying about really anything. So now that this is all done, I'm gonna pick this all up, and because I left it big enough to put mines in, I'm just gonna say, you know what, boop, 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 and boop. Are they? They're not big enough. All right, fun. But you know what? I can do this now, so it is not a worry. I don't want to pick them up because I don't want to have to deal with that nonsense. So I believe I have splitters now. Yes. Splitters, they are a pain in the butt because they take a while to craft. I'm going to want to craft another radar to put down near that one, near my other mining outpost. Like I said, you're going to craft a lot of these. Alright, so I'm going to craft a few more lights so that I can place them down. Now, if you guys didn't know already, fighters, they're the aliens. Well, to them, I'm an alien because I came to their planet. They will actually attack the raiders because they produce pollution. I'm not sure how, they just do. Because they don't really burn anything, they're just there, spinning in circles. Maybe noise pollution, I don't know. They can pick up on it. But anyways, though, I now have another research run, and the thing that I love about this new update, well, not so new now, but the thing I love about it is that it no longer just brings this up in your face and says, hey, pick something right now. So, I want to get green logistics up super fast. So logistics 2 would be really nice, but that would cost a lot. Turrets. I'm gonna get turrets so that I can kind of defend myself a little bit better, especially if they start coming at me. So I figure I'm going to keep over here, kind of my smelting area, and have it belt up in this general direction. I do want to avoid the crude oil, because crude oil is your friend, because you're going to need a lot of it, and it'll pop up out of nowhere, especially once you get into the third tier of research, which is blue research. They require, I believe, advanced circuits. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what I'm going to try and aim to this episode, is try and get like a main belt kind of going and on its way. So let's see, I'm going to need more iron. I don't know if I should be putting it in a chest or not. You know what? I'm going to... I learned something from another YouTuber, but I'm not going to implement it because I have no idea how it works, and I'm not going to mess around with that kind of stuff. So, right off the bat, I'm going to lay out what my main belt is going to consist of. So, it's going to have 4 copper and 4 iron. I'm planning on having 2 electronic circuits with, I'm thinking 2 steel. I want to have 2 steel because steel gets used quite a bit. I love the idea of belting gears, but I think I'm just gonna make them locally. Well, it's not gonna be next. Because gears are a pain in the ass. I've seen the math, and they're not that fun to do. And then I'm gonna need one for plastic. One for... I can't think of any more right now, so I'm gonna leave that kind of open. And I'm only gonna try and focus on working on one side. So basically, there's some nice stuff that you can do. Because now I have this, I'm gonna want to, because I'm gonna be using a mass amount of belts now. I want to have them constantly being produced so that I don't have to worry about my belt situation. And because I've already got one of these things, because I've already got a thing constructing those, I shouldn't have to worry about it. As a result, you just make a crafting bench. I gotta throw down a power pole so that it's powered. And then I take this, place that like that. Oh, out of power. Oh no. This is what happens when you run out of power. It's not the funnest thing to run out of power because it's more annoying than anything. Especially if you don't have a constant power source, you're gonna be like messed up in the end. So you're just gonna see these power up to like 1,000. Like you're just gonna see this use up all of its like coal right away to continuously put these things out. Now, are you being maxed out? That's what I want to know. I feel like you're being maxed out. Alright, so I'm gonna have to expand that in a second. So basically, I'm going to use that, which was supposed to be for something else. Place that there. Make another one of these. Spin it around. And make belts. Alright. Now that's always going to make transport belts. So now I'm going to move on to the next thing. I want to get iron. Iron plating is going to be very nice to have because it will allow me to go up to the 3rd tier quite quickly. So now I don't have to craft these things anymore. I just have to worry about having iron, which isn't that hard to do. So, okay, back to my main belt. I'm gonna also want to get lots of splitters. So, yes, this is the game a lot of the time. You're just running from point A to point B, grabbing one thing and running back. And then realizing that you forgot something else and grabbing it and running away. So, I'm gonna need a few of the underground belts and basically all that. So, like I said, I want iron on one and copper on the other, and then that, well, none of them is defined yet, but this is the essentially the idea I'm going for. So there is, oh god, oh yeah, I forgot, it gets dark very fast, and I keep forgetting about that. Oh yes, and I forgot to mention, if you have 2 radars, it does double the amount of things that uncovers per however long it takes to do. I'm not sure how long it is. A good idea to always do in any playthrough is always define what's going to be on your belts. Even if you realize that you're going to be belting something later that you didn't realize that you're going to be belting now, it's always a great idea to have that there. Alright, so I think I have the amount. I do need to upgrade that. Okay, so let's see. We've got to build another one of these. Do have some burner inserters. I need a boiler, and I need 2 more steam engines, but I'll do that in a second. And I'm gonna take you off for a second. I'm only going to bring these up as representation for now. But basically, this row right here is going to be for my copper, and this one's going to be for my... No, I should have my copper and iron on the ends so that I don't have to worry about things messing up. So basically, what I'm doing now is just doing a nice little splitter. I've memorized them because I've made literally hundreds of them. Like, the most basic splitters are the fastest to make, and like the 4 to 4 is just super easy to make, and you make them all the time. So it's always nice to have a blueprint of it, especially once you have robots, but I'll get into that in a second. So this is why it's always good to have robots building these things for you, because now they take about 10 years to make. I messed that up. And yeah. And then I need to grab my underground belts, do that. Did I do that right? I think so. I think I did it right. I just need 2 more splitters. Uh, this is what gets on my nerves in this game. Just the absurd amounts of stuff that you need. Because in the very beginning, yeah, you do a lot of crafting. So, yeah. And then, bada bing, bada boom. Alright. So, that is my copper, because I'm planning on having copper smelting kind of over here. And then my iron smelting is going to be on this side. And yes, I'm planning very big in the very beginning, because if you don't, you kind of jank yourself over and you get messed up. So, it's always a great idea. So, yes, I've got light armor, so I'm going to actually make one, because I like to be safe. And I place that down. That. One of these. We'll grab some copper. So one thing that you're always going to be upgrading is your power. Like, whether you like it or not, you're going to upgrade it like 24/7. And you'll... Well, I mean, there's a certain point where you no longer have to upgrade it, because your factory will kind of come to a grinding halt. I hate to say it, but it happens to every factory. Wait, does it? Does it put fuel in itself? Wait. Oh, that is awesome. I did not know that burner inserters did that. They put coal in themselves. Oh, that's actually neat. I just learned that. I thought I was always going to have to come back and throw something in them, but no. Apparently not. Boom. So now since I've doubled my power, my power potential has doubled, so I no longer have to worry about the power. I don't have to worry about it that much now. I should be good for quite a while. But basically, ratios is something that I'm going to be getting into in a second. And yeah, it will make your brain hurt a lot, because there's so many of them, and it's something that will never get old, and you'll pretty much remember to the day you die. Alright, so grab this, and run away. Run away! Grab more of these, and run away. Again. So, with these, there is a very smart way to do this, and I only put that there because I didn't have splitters at the moment, and because I do now, it makes it very simple. I will start that the moment I'm done this. Alright, way up, way up. And yeah, you'll remember this, like, always. Like you just don't understand. Oh, alright. So I believe Automation 2 requires electronics. So I gotta get electronics, even though that filter inserters isn't something that I get very often. But it's always nice to have it. So, because I have this here, I'm just gonna split it off and I'm gonna run it over. And you'll see something neat happen in a second from me doing that. A good way to find out if you've actually done these things right is to simply test it. The fastest way to place down belts is to run along them. I don't know why, but I just kind of decided to say, hey, you know what? F it, I'm just going to do that. So you can tell that this was good for this small system up here. But when it comes to this thing, it is nowhere close. Like, you'll always be upgrading. This is a game about progression, and if you don't like progression, well then I don't know what to say. Anyways, though, you'll know if you got this correct if you bring in a line of something and there's stuff on all 4 of the belts. So there should be something on all 4 belts. So you may not be able to see it that well because it is like dark on my recording. But yeah, this is almost a full line and it's coming out all like barely anything there. So yeah, good for one thing, not very good for the other. Like one belt can't supply 4 belts of something unless it's like blues to yellows, but I don't even think that would work. Because then all of this would have to be blues and so that you don't slow anything down. I don't know, I want to try that now. I want to just go on my goofing around world and I want to test that now because it's going to bother me. Run power back. Now, boom. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Alright. And yes, now that is a lot of oil. Whew. I'm liking it. So grab lights. And I'll be right back after I've placed on all the lights. Alright. So boom. So this is my kind of idea of what's gonna happen. This is what my belt system is gonna look like. I might actually set you there, remove that, place that light there, and remove you. So yeah, this is my iron. Alright. Now, we're never gonna need any of this water, really. We're just gonna need one for the most part. Like, I'm 99% sure that if I needed to get more power, I would probably switch to something like solar or even something better like, oh, jeez, I'm sorry, that may have just destroyed your ear holes, because I just hit my mic. Yep, that's me. So you can already tell that I've created an imbalance because one side is very full and the other is not. Simple way to do that, because then it prioritizes this side now. So this isn't an ideal thing, but it is a good way to bring some balance to it. Like, especially if it is very one-sided, it brings stuff to the other side very quickly. So now I want to also belt over my copper. I want to bring this down actually 4. So, because iron's going to need to go here. So, and I'm going to want to leave a split. So if I ever want to run something between it, I can do that. Oh, I ran out. How fun. So my goal by the end of this episode is to have blue research done, and to kind of show a great majority of the game off in that time. So there. So now this is basically the very beginning of what your factory should kind of look like. The reason why I say kind is because this is kind of what it should look like. Alright. Now when you expand these, your main belt, it's gonna take a lot of resources to do it. So, yeah. Because I had much more copper in reserves, it's gonna be faster to fill that. But it might not be so fast because there was a lot more. Alright. So now that that is done, I want to start expanding a lot faster. Now would be a good idea for me to show you guys a simple yet very effective way of sorting out coal and iron from items. There's something that's very easy to do, and it is very smart in the same way. But because I'm still going to be using this for the meantime to kind of power my base, I'm going to want more of these. I've got lots of coal, so I'm actually going to drop these off to ensure that power does not ever run out. Alright, I'm going to drop in half, about half there, over there, over there. Alright, so there we go. Now coal's going to run a little bit low here, and then you're out of coal, so I'm going to need to run a belt down there real quick. Alright, so that's done. So now let's get to Automation 2. Automation 2 unlocks the second assembling machine, which allows you to craft stuff that requires 4 items, which is nice. I actually don't need that there. So I'm going to place that there. Because there's so little here, I kind of want it to all get mined efficiently and not fast. I need more. Okay, gotta craft that. I gotta craft more electric mining drills. Come up here, grab a lot of this. Craft 2 more. And then come here. Here and do that. I'm not gonna worry about those old 2 things, but now I've got to basically wire this all up. And there is 2 that have... Oh wait, whoa. You're just mining out all of... What? Why are you... Oh, there you go. I don't know, I think it's just a random mixture. Anyways though, now that I've got that done, let's get all these powered on, and then I will show you guys my sorting system. It is very, very simple. You just need a lot of filter inserters. Like, I would probably say, well, it all depends on how much stuff there is. But overall, I don't think you'll need very much. Well, I'm gonna make 6 because that's the easiest. It's like a nice even number, so yeah. So there, my copper's all caught up. And then between, I think this is only going to be able to supply one lane. So now you can tell that they've started to mix in. So now you just do something simple. Grab these, wait for an hour. I'm going to have them pick out the iron ore and have them place it on a nice belt. This one's going to have to go beneath, over, connect into one. I need another one of these. I'm going to have it circle into my iron one, and I think I'm going to try and have a priority on it, even though I don't know how to do that. I think I'm going to have to run it between these up into here. Alright, so now that that is done, I should be able to just throw one here and there. Now filter inserters, they do exactly as they say and filter out stuff. But basically, I do that, and because I don't want to have to do that every time, I believe it's control right click. No, control left click. Shift right click? Yeah, sorry, shift right click, and then you just drag it over and it will sort it all out. So now that it has the thing that it needs, I come up here and how am I gonna do this? I think I've already started cucking myself. Of this go like that. Beneath. Very educational right now. Now, I wasn't always the best at speaking, but I was always the best at explaining what I'm doing. Go like that. Make yet another splitter. Anytime now. Split it. I believe I'm almost out of these things. And that, no iron ore should be getting through now. This is just, I don't know why I added so much. It's more of a precaution than anything. So, alright, now, I'm going to want to move these away. And I have forgotten the ratio for how many of these it takes to make one full line. So, I think I'm just gonna keep doing stuff until, I think I might just make it expandable until I'm good. I want to get away from there so that I have room to do stuff. I'm gonna try and put 10 on each side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to need a lot of inserters. Oh, I can't wait until automation 2 is done. Now, I'm going to have it be putting out onto this. I'm not going to do any fancy compression stuff because it's very expensive and I don't have the required stuff to do it. And I'm going to need to run this up soon. Up into here, grab more of these because it requires a lot. So that's 10. And that would be 10. And I generally do this just because it looks better. Plus, it keeps a pattern of a sorts going. I need way more. Alright, this is fun. I'm having a good time. Run along the belt and hoover everything up. Have I seen any biter bases yet? I'm mostly concerned about my pollution to the west. I'm concerned basically anything below. I'm concerned everywhere except north because it's a concerning time. So yeah. So now that I have all of these, there's a trick that I want to say once I get to the. Do I have steel furnaces? Please tell me I don't have them already. Phew. I didn't want them already because. Oh yeah, you can't even get them until you get green. I didn't want them yet because they require a lot of steel and stone brick. Because I don't have access to mass amounts of stone brick nor steel at the moment. So that is why I was kind of praying that I hadn't unlocked it yet. And also, I just crafted all these, and they can't really be recycled except if you put them into the boilers. So, yeah. So you can definitely see that I'm not producing enough iron at all. Like, this is, to me, this is really disappointing on what I've done. But I'm upgrading it as we speak, so everything's alright. Generally, if something's lacking somewhere and you are focusing on upgrading it, normally it's not a big deal because you're kind of in the middle of upgrading it and you're upgrading it because you know that it's not good. So, yeah. And I craft another one of these. Now, there's a good trick here, and basically, yeah, I'm gonna place all these power poles down, and then I'll be right back. Alright, as I was saying, there's a nice little trick that I generally do, like 90% of the time. When I'm upgrading my stone, or not my stone, my furnace stuff, I generally split it down the sides so that it's a full belt of stone that can be used. And then you just do a quick combination. And yeah, that's basically all you gotta do. I'm actually going to stop this and I'm gonna loop it down and around. But I'm gonna get it wired up before I actually do anything, because if it's not wired up and ready for production, then you're gonna have kind of a big issue, and I just messed up. One tip about your pickaxe: regardless of what you're doing, if you pick something up that was previously placed on the ground, it will still use some of its durability, because in its eyes you've just done something, so it needs to do it. I guess I'm not sure what the science is. Well, I guess you gotta destroy it, but you don't actually destroy it, you just recycle it. I don't know. Oh, please don't tell me that. That's putting it onto the back there. Alright, good. Can it even do that? No, alright, good. So now that that's done, I've simply got to take... I gotta get lots more of these. But now I've got to split this again, so... So these are getting 25% of all the production that I'm getting of coal right now. And then I'm going to split it again once I get up here, so that I don't have to worry about it. Now I know I'm probably not doing this the cleanest because I'm an idiot and I generally push stuff down without thinking much. I kind of just want to get it down and done. That's kind of my mindset. My mindset, not scent. It doesn't make no sense. You up, pick you up. Alright, so generally you don't want to do this because if stuff runs out of power, you're in trouble. But yeah, like, so because I've got lots of coal, I know I can do this. So I'm just gonna go like that, come up here. I did that because if I bring more iron ore this way, it works. Oh jeez, I made a mess of stuff. Alright. So let's see, now that I have automation 2, I should be able to get a small production ball up and running in a second. But I'm going to be moving my research so that I'm able to research everything. Anyways, yeah, I got my heavy armor that I want researched just to keep researching stuff because that heavy armor you get into your power armor or the modular armor suit, and that allows you to do a lot of really cool stuff, and it's really cool, like I said. So now that I have this, I need to link it up with the iron. Now, how am I going to do that? Because this is all going to be modified real soon. Oh yeah, I'm removing all this, so I don't have to worry about it. So use up everything that you need. Pick that all up, throw you in one, and I'm just going to let one finish up the rest. Alright, and now there should be some being used. I'm not too worried. Or, sorry. I'm speaking without thinking first. So now that I have this, all I should have to do is pick up everything and I should be fantastic. I know night in this game is really dark, and that's one thing that they've got to work on, is how dark this stuff gets, because it's really annoying for YouTubers. I'm considering installing a light mod because, I mean, light mod is amazing, and it lights up your world like nobody else. Anyways, oh, I think I cut off my power to my copper. That's not good. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's grab this and that. My iron. Let's go down. Over. Gotta craft one more. Place that back. Place down a couple of these. Grab my stuff. Go up one and all the way down to Looneyville. Alright. And go underneath that. Along and boom. So now this is gonna fire up real quick. And the idea behind this is that there's an entire line of both coal and iron going into it. So it's able to smelt an entire line, but because I don't have an actual entire line, it's not able to do that. So right now I think my iron production is limited by the amount of miners I have, and to support something of that size requires a lot more. But first, I'm going to start moving stuff over here, and I'm going to actually take the offer of 10 labs to do this, because 10 labs is very nice, and now I got all this coal and nothing to really do it with. So I'm going to place that like that. So you guys are gonna be going like super fast in a second, because I'm going to again double the speed. Well, double the amount of power that you can generate. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that. That might be a lie. Don't listen to me quite yet. Don't listen to me quite yet. Oh yeah, the labs are gonna come first. So yeah. But as you can tell, my iron production is basically as fast as it can go at the moment. And I no longer need this to go all the way up here, because I can now move it. And this is one thing that you're going to be doing a lot. You're going to be adjusting stuff. You're going to make it more efficient, and yeah, everybody's going to be happy in the end. So I'm going to do that, and come over this way. And I don't want to fill up this line, because I always want it to... Oh, jeez, I'm sorry again. I keep hitting my mic. I'm abusing my mic, alright? Somebody's got to take it away from me. Keep abusing it. I'm sorry. Alright, so first things first. Expand this. I couldn't have put this in the worst place on the planet, so... God damn it. Why do I do this? Like, I make myself mad. I'm surprised I haven't had a stroke in my life. But other people would probably be like, okay, then there's me, and I'm like, fuck. Well, there's life. Alright, so now that should be good and out of my way. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Boom. And a boom. So, there. Now I have just increased the production of this of iron ore by I don't know, like 20, 30, I don't know. So now let's get a small wall going of stuff that I'm going to need, or I'm not sure what I should do first. I want to get my lines of stuff going, because I'm going to be cutting this off soon, so this is going to need it. Research is going to be coming down, like back down. That's red, green, blue, purple, yellow, and gray, or whatever. And then you take one. This is what I love about the new science, like the new labs, is you can now take one and like feather it out like crazy. Like, it is... Oh my god. I keep saying like, and I think people are gonna be like, stop it. Get some help. So... 9... And then I've got one more. I'm gonna place down. And boom. And now I've just got to place one down there, 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 and there. And then do that. Do that. And that. And boom. Alright, so basically, what I've done here is something very simple. It's a 10 lab setup, and this will normally, I would say, do fairly well in the beginning. This will get you to your rocket at a decent speed, but once you get further on, this is going to be a nightmare. So I gotta get red production over here, and I'm going to come a bit up here, but for you guys it is so freaking dark, like, alright, so I gotta bring these up a lot more, and I'm going to actually stop the production of my belt over there as well, and just have this all over here. So yeah, again, this is basically all of Factorio in a nutshell. It can get very boring very fast if you're not doing stuff, but once you've kind of set yourself an objective, there's really nothing you can't do in this game. I'm not saying that for motivation. Well, I am, but I'm not. Don't listen to me. Alright, so I'm going to cut off the protection of that, grab that, grab that, grab all of that. Well, actually I'll have 11 in a second. So craft 2 more. Place, place. No, I gotta craft another one. Grab you and you, and do that. Boom, 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 done. Oh yeah, you guys have no water. And that. So this is kind of the setup that you ideally want to go for when you're making this, like, because I'm not sure if it's there now. I don't know. It used to be different, and the further that the steam traveled in pipes, it would cool down more and more, and then you'd have the issue with temperatures, and your stuff wouldn't produce as much power. My kind of rule that I like to oblige by until I get solar panels and accumulators is to try and keep this below 20, because you can see that it'll go up like that. Like, your power will spike up when you add something new, literally in an instant. So, yeah. I'm not sure what kind of ratio that these do when they're mining stuff. All I know is that you're mining you're gonna have 230 when you're done mining that, 730, and that's pretty much it for coal. Anyways, though, when this starts going through, it's just gonna pull it off super fast, and that's what's the best about it. And it'll come up here, and it'll combine and be on its merry way. Alright, so back onto the topic. I kind of want this side of my production directly for labs, so that I don't have to worry about rerouting everything and, you know, worry about that kind of stuff. So, now that I've got that, I can't add one in the middle. Damn it. So I'm going to put that down, grab more assembling machines, because you need a lot. Grab I'm gonna drive myself mad. I have to get these automated because I'm so used to having everything automated for me. Especially when you've been playing the game as long as me. Like, I mean, I haven't been playing for that long, but I know what it's like not to have stuff automated, and it drives me batty. Alright, so I've got that down. I need to pull this down. I need a line of copper and iron. Oh my. I need to feed basically an entire line of iron and copper into the never-ending abyss that is green circuits. Oh, and yeah, and I should probably also be belting red and purple circuits, like 2 red and a purple, because you need those all of the time, and for a lot of things. Purple circuits, I'm not so sure about. I don't like the hassle of making those on the fly, though. Alright, so now that I have this, there's a really easy setup for this that I love to do. Alright, I gotta make another radar. And I'm sorry if this is gonna be one of the longer ones. One of the longer episodes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be splitting this in 2 and then just doing a voiceover. Yeah. But anyways, grab this, run it over. Boom. Oh yeah. I already had one queued up. Boop. So it's basically 3 of these, and then 2 of these. Normally you want blues for this. So 1, 2, 3, 3, and 2, 1, 2, 3. I think I got it right. Let's quickly grab something else. I kind of just make stuff without thinking it over very much. So yeah, that's kind of my mind. Oh wait, no, I want it like that. And then like this. And I'm basically just doing a very simple setup. And yeah. Alright. And then I need 3 more for the other side. So these are green circuits, and I copy and paste them. And then these are my copper cables. And basically what you do is, it's something very simple. And that is, whenever these things decide to craft, you peel this back a little bit. Let this take center stage. And flower this one up here. And this one down. Now I think I know the general area of where these are going to land, so. And boom. I need one more blue. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to do my goal that I wanted to before this episode is at its end. Because I am not sure how to check. Oh, okay, this is about an hour long now. So I'm going to actually wrap this episode up. If you guys like the video, leave a like. I'm very sorry that I couldn't actually get to the part that I wanted to. I would have loved to do that, but it just doesn't happen sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Actually, I'm gonna finish up this just to show you guys what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna log off because I know that some people will be very annoyed if I were to just kind of peace out in the middle of me building something that's quite important. And I mean, I know for a matter of fact that would bother me like crazy. Oh god. Oh. Here's where you need the red. Here's where you need logistics 2. to be very nice. Oh no. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. Alright. I've got the idea. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Alright, I know I said I'd be wrapping this up, but this is now bothering me. This is what Factorio does to you. You can't leave stuff uncompleted, or else you'll be like, I just cheated at the game. Like, some way. Or I've done something that's dirty. Alright. Do I really need that there? Because I can just do that. I wouldn't recommend that this is the most optimal way to do this. I mean, I'm not even sure if this is going to work, in all honesty. I think I just kind of need a splitter here. No, more like back here. And then go up. And then bada boopy. Bada boopy. Alright. Yeah, I don't need a splitter there. And then oh, this is gonna look so ugly. Why'd I do that? No. Oh, I could have just... I am stupid. Alright. Boom. And then, to wire it all up, I think all I should have to do is that... yeah, basically that, and then I'm done. And then, for lighting... do that, and then when you finally fire it up, you're going to be like that, and then say goodbye to all your resources because it's going to eat it all. Why aren't you working? Oh, no. Shift right click and left click. Boom. Yep, and again, say goodbye to all of your resources because you're going to have none after this. Anyways, oh, I think that I have left out this, and they're all out of fuel, so... fire truck it. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna run, just for a peace out mine, a line of coal down into the deep dark abyss. That is the copper region. And yeah, wrap up this episode. I've said that 10 times now. But this only takes a few seconds. Well, anyways, if you guys like that the video and what you see, please leave a like. If you guys want to see future content, just hit that subscribe button. It's red, very hard to miss. And if you guys want to tell me if I've done something wrong or if I could have been doing something else, just let me know down in the comments below, and that will help me out a lot by, you know, telling me what I should be doing instead of me kind of just going ahead and no-braining everything and doing it all. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and yeah, have a great day.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. This could be us.